What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video, and today I have something special for you. I recently participated in a special tournament hosted by Vortex and won the whole thing. I got my first ever earnings. It was great. Easily the coolest achievement of my whole career, for now at least. And I'm gonna go over the grand finals. We played 2 grand finals because I actually went to lower bracket in the second round, but I ended up going all the way back to win the whole thing. But the first round, but I can only show the bracket reset because I only have videos or the entirety of the VODs for the final bracket reset and not the original grand finals bracket. But it's okay. The games are relatively the same. Let's get into it. Starting out on the first set out in the open, we decided after we saw they go Gene first, we went Buster Brock because that means we get the wall breaks on our terms, which means we can play wall breaks however we want. And then Buster, I like playing Buster a lot, especially in knockout. I think we're really good with Buster. And then they decide they go RT Eve, and they give us a free Bell in return. So we go Bell, and our comp is looking very good. We liked our comp a lot. We don't know if it was a good comp. And the first 2 games were about the same. It was just one team kind of got their stuff and snowballed, and then the other team lost. Both games had their close moments, but heading into round 3 was when stuff got pretty intense. Starting off in the first round, our Brock gets wall break, and we go up fast and kind of die. Our lanes aren't that good, and that's one of the big key things from the first few games. If we did good in our lane, it was practically impossible to lose. Because if you give up a little bit of space in your lane, not only will someone on the enemy team take that, but they're going to also use that space to attack your other lane. And what's worse than winning a lane one-on-one is winning a 2v1 in lane. So we kind of lose pretty fast, and we quickly had to make a switch up for round 2. We swapped Bell onto Eve and Brock onto RT. At this point, we can do pretty solid and just win lane and win. Or win lane, win game. Don't get hit by the gene pool. They have everything and we kind of don't. Now, luckily, we do get a bounce shot onto the Eve, and that's pretty clutch as it allows us to take some time, just chill and farm hypers. I get very close to Buster Hyper. We get very close to everything. And going into round 3, both teams have everything. We get a hyper mark on Gene, and both teams kind of play around each other to find a good pick, and they actually start running into us as the smoke closes in. This is pretty bad because essentially we're trapped. We have to push up and we're low. But then Gene makes a fatal mistake and runs in with hyper, and we get a free kill on him. He dies in smoke, I think, because he gets stuck. And now we just reset. I use my shield defensively, and we just need to take our time. We have a 2v3. We trade out the 2v3. And we end up winning the whole set. Now we move on into Hot Potato. We see that all their bans are pretty much just give us a free berry. So we get first pick berry, and then they respond with Cord Shade. Cord's a top defensive brawler on Heist and mainly Hot Potato Pit Stop. And Shade is just very good on Hot Potato and Pit Stop as well. But we still had picks left, so we needed to prevent them from going more aggro, and then we go Hank to deal with Shade. This sets up a pretty nice dynamic for us, where we can just simply play for both getting just one connection and playing defensively, or just all inning, and we still can kind of win if we get Bears or, Hank super. And then they go Dyna. Dyna kind of full counters our comp. It pretty much wins the berry lane. It wins in Anita, and it wins in the Hank. This is a ethereal game for someone to pop off on Dyna, and this was bad. If we could not just get a push through, if we cannot break through, this Dynamite was going to farm us, and it would not be good. So we need to lock in. So heading out at the very beginning of round 1, the Dyna farms us, but we only know we need to win lane once or win a team fight once, and we can trade back. Early on, we lose as the Dyna kind of farms us, but we don't. We just need to win a team fight once, or just we need to get an opening once, and we can get a bear on safe or a berry gadget on safe, and we're pretty much in the lead. Eventually, the Cord tries to isolate me to get a 2v2, but it backfires as that gives Barry a free opening because the only person that can really attack him is the Shade, and that's not good. That's not good. So we get a free connection, and the Cord ends up killing me. But Arnita manages to get a hyper on safe, or I think it was a hyper bear, I don't actually remember. But the hyper bear on safe does end up trading out as much damage as the core does for killing me and then having some free time on safe. And we actually do have something even better. We still have our shield left. We have the shield advantage. We have the HP advantage. So if they ever do something really aggressive, we can just counter that and we'll always be in the lead. So I walk up to try and get a super, and so we get our pick, and we still have shield. So I'm gonna walk up and try and get a super and just like nuclear bomb someone, and I actually get it. So we end up taking that lead, and for the remainder of the round, we just played pretty solid and win the game. Starting out with round 2, we get a better start as we pick up the shade early, and then we trade out to get a reset. We can play long games, and we can also play short games, which is something their comp can't do. So as long as we're doing the right thing, we can't lose. We get a berry gadget on a safe, and we just dump a lot of other stuff on safe, and we just, even though they get a lot of damage on our safe, we still have enough. We still out-trade their damage on safe, and we're 25% up, and all we need to do at this point is just hold them off for 30 seconds. It's easier than you think, honestly, especially in a comp like that. They can't push into us. The only person that really can is Shade. The Ford's not going to do much. The Dyna's not going to do much. And by the time you know it, that's game. We're up 2-0. Headed into Dueling Beetles, they decide to go and ban every single berry counter and go Lumi 1. We can't go berry into a Lumi because we had done this earlier, and while we did end up winning, it was close, and we played pretty sloppy. If they played any better, we probably lose. So we're like, yeah, we ain't giving them a good berry game. We go B Griff, but honestly, they don't have to go berry. This was a huge overshot from us, and if it works, that's just them throwing. If it doesn't work, we lose. So they end up going Charlie Amber, and we go Carl. Our lanes kind of suck, and this is kind of proven in the first game as we get decimated. But the second game, we do manage to find our stride, and they can't really push into us, especially when they're kind of split on their own. So going into set 3, all we have to do is get a lead early. But I decide to make a gamble. I call that we get on Warbrick, and then I go to the right. They, of course, would not rotate lanes. So we lose our lanes, and we get snowballed into oblivion. It's like 60-0. It's bad. It is. Woo! That was not a good play. But we do manage to break through at around 80%, and we get control. 14 fights to go. Is that another team fight? The Amber Hyper doesn't do much, but unfortunately, I whiff my Griff Super. If this gets a kill, we probably end up winning the game, but it doesn't, and they can retake and finish off the game. Headed into Gym Grab, Hard Rock Mine. They decide to go Gus first pick and give us a free Charlie, as every other mid is banned, especially ones that are, good against Charlie, and they don't really have many good Charlie picks open. We go Lily Charlie. Now they don't have much. They can't really go something to deal with a Charlie and help in mid and also just win lanes. And they could try, and they decided to go Bull Buzz. Why would they go Bull Buzz? They both kind of fill the same niche, and that their tanks that can do a lot of stuns and a lot of CC. Bull's definitely better. I think if I was them, I'd go Bull and then like something to make them scared to go more aggro. And that's what we get. We get more aggro, and we can go Chester. And Chester does a ton of damage here and gets a lot of value. Hit a good super, game's over. Hit a hyper, game's over. So we have a lot of just bailout win buttons that they don't, and that's the big advantage that we have going into this round. At the start of round 1, we get a nice kill onto the Buzz as we win mid, and I get a lot of supercharge off this Bull that just kind of sits around and doesn't do much. We let Bull go though behind us because we think, oh, it's gonna be fine, and he ends up supering our gym carrier, and he's not ready for that super. So I have to panic. I do get the kill, but I get gyms. Splitting gyms is not good because, simply put it, if they get a kill on me, it's like half our gym's gone for the game. We can't really afford that, especially in a comp like this. Even though we have all the bailouts, it's just so it's better to have it not happen at all than happen when you're prepared for it. Buzz does get a kill, and we do get pushed back, but the Bull Charge does get boxed, which is very important because that allows us to get a free kill, and I just kind of can hyper super the Buzz, and we get one gym left. As the time starts ticking, I go for a super, and I whiff. What am I shooting at? I don't even know what I'm shooting at there. I have no clue. I don't know. It's a war crime. And I eventually get a Lily Hyper, which does connect to the Gust this time, and we end up winning the game. Heading into the second round, we get the same setup. I get better trades on the Bull early, but the Chester does end up trading. It's about even for that lane, but for my lane, I'm winning a lot harder. We managed to pinch the Bull as he wastes his super, and with early Hyper, I can get a kill on a Gust. We manage a roughly 7 out of 10 lead, and I'm just kind of getting away with a lot. The Bull wastes his super on me as I get out for free, and now we have countdown. Both tanks try and go for an organized dive on the Charlie, but we hit a Cocoon and I hit a Hyper Super on the Buzz, and we have such a lead, we can just end up holding on for the rest of the game, and we end up winning the tournament. This was relatively impressive. We lost this team 2-0 before in this tournament, but I wasn't expecting us to just kind of stomp them in both rounds, or without them really doing much besides taking a set both times. I'm very happy with my team, and I don't know if I'm going to play with them for much longer. We'll have to see about that. But I am happy I ended up getting the winnings, and I did end up winning my first tournament ever that's had serious money on the line. Thank you all for watching. This is a new kind of video style from me. I don't really do this deeply edited video stuff. Let me know if you like it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I also have another video planned right after this one, so stay tuned for that as well. Deuces.